Thanks for tuning in to Girl Talk. We are here at the Pink Poodle today. It's amazing. Yeah, we're so excited. We've got some great guests today. We've got the Diamond Center, Fire and Light Group, and obviously the Pink Poodle.
Yes, these guys have so much cool stuff. We are amidst all this wonderful.
I walk in, I'm immediately shopping.
What an incredible store. I mean, and it's huge.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
So, ladies, I'm a little disappointed. I threw out a Facebook challenge, and none of my friends have kind of held me to anything yet. So here's the deal.
Yeah, what's the challenge?
I donate a portion of every clothing to a charity, and it varies. You know, try to spread it around a little bit. But I came across Wounded Warriors Project, and it's a fabulous charity that helps you know, wounded veterans and people just get back on their feet once they come back from fighting for our country.
Such a great charity. It really is.
Yeah. So I decided that all commissions, and I did through end of July, but I'm going to extend it to August. So through the end of August, anyone that donates, and so like my page, or you know, message me and show me what you donated, I'll match it.
That's so fantastic.
No one?
No one.
So
everyone's
anybody.
liking and sharing, but nobody.
Yeah, you know, and I thought, I'm like putting money away. I'm like, oh man, this, what did I do? But, you know, it would be a good thing if I have to, you know, if it's a sizable chunk.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
It's such a great charity. So anybody that goes
so
on to
you got to
your
friend
Facebook.
me, so we have to be friends. And then once you make your donation, message me with your receipt or whatever, and I will match it at the end of August.
Okay.
That is so fantastic.
Well, I thought it would be a cool challenge, and now that no one has done it, I'm like, now I'm determined.
Okay, so now we'll see what happens. You're probably going to be in trouble after that.
I know.
You're going to have
Get
to
ready.
start saving again. But that's okay. That's a really wonderful thing that you're doing. So.
Well, you know, I just believe in giving back, and it's an opportunity. I know everyone already gives, but you know, like you're at the end of the grocery store and they're like, $220. I'm like, I give money. I'm a good person, but no.
Yeah. But you said
extra step is just incredible.
Absolutely. And everyone has their little charities that they kind of believe in and they give to, but if you know somebody's going to be matching,
right? That's what I was thinking.
Huge. So I mean, if I knew that my every $10 I gave was going to be doubled, yeah. All right. Well, I'll do that.
We'll see what happens. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
You get 3.
Yeah, there you go. At least 3. All right.
All right, it's a challenge, everyone.
But it really is a great foundation, so we'll definitely have to check that out. And we're so excited for our show today, aren't we?
Yeah.
I mean, so much cool stuff coming up. We have the Diamond Center going to be on today, so I know it's just such a cool store.
Yeah.
Sample.
Do you know they have a really cool thing coming up this weekend? Now you don't need to listen to this, but the rest of us.
In your rock, you're okay over there.
Skip the good.
Recently engaged.
But anyone else, if you're looking for your own rock, this weekend, the Diamond Center is a sponsor to the Mallards, and they are going to bury a half-carat diamond in the infield.
Are they really?
Okay, and so the women.
Serious? They're going to bury this. Okay.
Yes. So after the game, the women get to go out there and dig for this diamond. Literally dig for diamond.
God, that's
With,
fun.
are you ready?
Madhouse.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
With an ice cream scoop.
Adore that.
I could do some damage with an ice cream scoop.
Wow.
For a
So
diamond,
what prompted
absolutely.
this thing? How did this start?
Well, you know what? We're going to have to ask Jason when he comes on.
Okay, yeah,
today.
all right.
Oh,
This is
gonna
going to be
exciting.
wild. So there's going to be all these women out there. Well, I just picture like in heels on their hands and knees, like digging with this.
Pretend
Is it
it's
only
ice cream,
women, though?
ladies.
I mean, maybe some of those men are going to try to get in on it.
That's
You
actually
know?
a good point. They're the ones who have to foot the bill. So
Absolutely.
they could be the ones out there.
And I'm excited to learn more about Fire Light Group. I mean, it sounds pretty awesome. Some of the incentives and ideas. I was reading Sandra's blog. It's fantastic information.
So speaking of rings and engagements, they're an engagement company. So if you don't know what an engagement company
nice
is,
pun. I like how you did that, Janet.
you have to stay tuned and find out what an engagement company really is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So thanks for watching us. Come right back, and can't wait to share our guests with you.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're on the west side of Madison, filming here at the Pink Poodle.
Yes, we are. It is gorgeous. We
And
are
very
in the
pink.
midst of some very cool stuff.
Yeah, exciting. We'll be talking to them a little bit later. But right now, I'm very proud to talk with our next guests here. Our guests are Jason and Trisha from the Diamond Center.
Yeah,
Thank
guys,
you
thanks
so
for
much
having
for
us.
coming.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you guys, so thank you.
When I was looking at your website, I started reading the reviews, and they just went on and on and on and on, all 5 stars. Very impressive. So what makes you so proud to be part of the Diamond Center?
Biggest thing for myself, and I think for my entire team, is that we're a family-owned business. We get to be involved in all the daily decisions, get to give our input as to how we're going to change and grow the business. And I think that's really important. The owner, he's not just a boss, he's kind of like a friend. It's really cool.
That is
that
cool.
sounds good.
Yeah.
When do I start? Well, that's awesome. Well, we're very excited to have you, and you guys are very unique, and you have such a beautiful showroom. It's such a cool place to walk in. It's so very impressive. So I feel like there's a lot of things probably that set you apart, but what do you feel like is like maybe 1 or 2 things that really makes you different or unique from some of the competition out there?
I think the biggest thing is a lot of people want to sell you a piece of jewelry. We want to build you a great customer experience and give you the best service that's out there. We give you a lifetime warranty and try to give you the best price without running sales, and we really think that's important in a relationship building process.
Yeah, absolutely. Having that lifetime warranty, I didn't even know that you guys did that. That's huge.
Yes.
And a soft sell, that appeals to someone like me. You know, you go into a place like that and you get a little nervous and afraid of what you might be up against. So nice to know
what
that.
they're going to bully you into buying.
Right,
You walk out
right.
with dripping in diamonds.
Well, that'd be okay.
Yeah, I suppose so. But yeah.
So Jason, you and I, and actually Brock, I met Brock at your place, and we talked a little bit about the Mallards and your association with them. And so I'm wondering, what are your ties with the community? How are you contributing as a business?
Well, for us, you know, we think everybody can go out there and scream on airwaves, and we want to get involved in the actual local community. The Madison Mallards is one of our biggest sponsorships here in Madison. Where you mentioned the diamond dig earlier, it's pretty phenomenal. You get 1,000 women out onto a field digging up a diamond on the infield. It's pretty awesome.
Are guys, so we were wondering, are guys allowed?
It is women only. Single
okay.
ladies is what
There you
they're
go,
looking
ladies.
for.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
You know, then we also do Susan G. Komen. We're a huge affiliate of theirs. We make a custom pendant that a percentage of our proceeds goes right to them each year in both Rock and Dane County, as well as the Janesville Jets and other community events as well.
Very cool stuff. Well, what an exciting event. And I love our mascots coming in and out from the Pink Poodle. That's great. She's ready for her 15 minutes.
We're definitely not in the Diamond Center
Yeah,
right now.
that's right. Well, that's awesome stuff. So for folks at home who are, thinking about coming in, maybe starting the process for shopping for engagement rings or other kinds of jewelry, what kinds of things do you recommend that they look at first, or when they come in, if they're shopping for an engagement ring? Is there something specific they should start with?
A lot of times we actually have couples coming in together and looking at the pieces, picking out their favorite styles, and then the girl picks out her favorite one, but she doesn't know when she's going to get it. So kind of makes the process a little bit more fun, and then the girl ensures that she's getting a ring that she likes.
I've wondered how that works.
Yeah. I think that's important usually for the girls to be a part of the process. Do you find that, most of the time it's just the guy, or is it usually they come together?
Usually they come together, and from there on they start kind of the engagement ring process. They look at diamonds, they pick out their favorite style, and then it goes from there.
So that's what you recommend, is that they come in together usually?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and is there any kind of what's the trend right now in certain metals? You hear it about, for a while there it was like platinum. Is it, what metal is like the big thing right now? Is there a certain thing that we should be leaning towards?
I think that with what women want, if every girl could have diamonds and platinum, they would. The style is that white metal, but what you're seeing a lot of now in today's jewelry is the two-tone with the rose gold, a little more vintage style. Some of the halo looks are still in, so it's kind of a good mix, but white gold is definitely the best with diamonds or platinum. But you're definitely seeing these contemporary looks come in with the two-tone look as well, which is pretty intriguing.
Yeah, that's actually really interesting, because I think we're kind of almost going back to that. Everything kind of comes full circle eventually, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So it's kind of interesting to see that, we kind of went one direction for a while, but you always kind of loop back to the classics, it seems like, in the end. So it's kind of interesting that we're going back that way. Well, it was just such a pleasure to have you guys.
Thank you.
If you haven't been to the Diamond Center, man, it is such a cool place, isn't it?
Right? Show up at the Mallards game and dig up your diamond.
Yes, come on in.
All right, guys. Well, stay tuned. After the break, we've got Firelight Group, so stick around for more Girl Talk.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are very excited. We've got Sandra Daniel with Fire Light Group here to discuss the launch of Wisconsin meetings and events. So, Sandra, I understand you are the CEO and founder of Fire and Light Group. And tell me a little bit about what led to the launch of Wisconsin meetings and events.
Well, first of all, let me congratulate you ladies on this new show.
Thank you.
Really exciting.
Thanks, We're so
Sandy.
excited.
Yeah.
It's so fun for us to get to have all kinds of different folks on the show, just like yourself, who can tell us about all the cool stuff you have going on. So, yeah, tell us a little bit about your parent company and then, this new branch that you have going on.
Okay, well, starting a new company is probably a little bit like starting a new show. Back in 2006, I started Fire Light Group, which is an engagement incentive company. And basically what we do is help companies motivate their workforce, their channel partners, their customers, and engage them using a multitude of different solutions. But one of the big solutions that we use is incentive travel, which we find to be a very motivating
You mean like
thing.
winning a trip?
Like winning a trip as a top producer for a company. We also have online technology solutions and meetings and events, all sorts of things to support that.
I think I remember reading something that employees are more motivated by an event, winning an event rather than money.
Yes, creating a memorable experience.
Yes, that's what it was.
Really, I've seen an evolution since I was a kid. People buy what they want now.
Right.
They don't, but you can't buy an experience.
Right.
You could pay for a trip.
And I think a lot of hardworking or top producers in a company, they don't take the time themselves to go travel, so they could win it as an incentive. That would be huge for them, and they get to say, "Hey, I won this award." I think that's fabulous.
Yes.
So let's talk about your branching off. Is it a subsidiary? What do you
It is.
call
It's
it?
a division, and basically, because we've been doing this for a number of years and we're experts internationally at creating memorable experiences, we love Madison. And we said, well, we're really good at this. Why aren't we doing it in our own backyard? So we really decided that we needed to focus more locally, and to do that statewide and in Madison, we really needed to name the company something people would recognize in meetings
Which
and events.
was?
Wisconsin Meetings and Events.
and Events.
Yes.
And
so-
that's called a Destination Management Company, a DMC.
Yes.
Now that was new for me, but I was really interested when I learned about it. So tell us what a DMC is.
A DMC, Destination Management Company, is an acronym that's very common in my industry, but not to
Not
the
to me.
layperson, right? And really all it boils down to is you're a destination expert. And all things regarding that destination become the purview of what you focus on. All the logistics, when you bring an inbound group, how do you get them to the airport, to the hotel? What hotel do you find? What space do you need to hold your meeting? All the logistics, and then the creativity to
So
make
you're
that
like
a
a-
unique experience.
You're like a travel agent and a party planner and a concierge all wrapped up in one for businesses,
Yes,
right?
basically.
Okay.
Take care of all the little details for them so
Right.
that they can focus on their business.
Right.
And you focus on that planning.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
Exactly.
That is so interesting.
So, what kinds of clients do you typically have for Wisconsin meetings and events? I mean, do you have a really wide range of businesses that come to you for these kinds of services, or do you have sort of a niche market that really needs your services?
Wide range,
Really?
absolutely. Everyone basically has a need to create experiences for their customers, their employees, their distributors, and oftentimes they will have a meeting planner in-house. But that meeting planner is only one person. So we sort of act as an extension of that person's job. They don't see all the background stuff. The person coming to the meeting doesn't realize you're worrying about how many pitchers of water have to be on the table, and
Right.
is the mic working? So all of those things that we do in the background, we do as an extension of that meeting planner.
You're the magician behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You actually answered my question, because I was just going to ask what you bring if they already have some in-house. But yeah, they handle the stuff that's in-house. That makes sense, and you see the bigger picture and put it all
Exactly.
together.
Exactly.
That's fabulous.
Yeah, very nice to have that, because that's exactly what you want going to a meeting. Is you want to be able to focus on your tasks at hand, have somebody take care of all that extra work behind the scenes, and make sure everything is really taken care of. So we're glad to have you, so that's great.
This is really interesting to learn about. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Oh,
sharing
thank
that with us
you.
and our viewers.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
All right. Come on back. We've got more Girl Talk in a minute.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're here on Odana Road at the Pink Poodle, in case you couldn't tell. And with us today we have the owners of the Pink Poodle. We have Joe, Hallie, and Beth. Thanks for coming today. This is going to be really neat to talk
Thank you
to
for
you
having us. Thank you
and
very
learn
much.
about your store. So this is a resale store, consignment store. You have everything. When I came through, I was amazed. You have designer stuff. You have stuff for men. You have even home furnishings,
a wide
right?
variety of things. We have dresses that can start around $19.99, go all the way up to designer dresses, which would be an Escada, maybe a $2.99. It's a fraction of what retail is, anywhere between 30 to 75% off. And we have
It's
A real variety.
It's an
Yeah.
amazing variety. I
Yeah.
came in and I immediately started shopping.
Yeah.
You
We
can't not. I mean, it's impossible not
We
to.
have anything from sundresses to business wear, formal wear. We have gowns, we have cocktail dresses. We sell those every day.
So it's a great opportunity to find a fantastic dress at
Good find.
a fraction of the price,
Sure,
right?
sure.
That's what this is all
Absolutely.
about.
It's
the
about 30
resale.
to 75% off of what you would expect to find in retail stores.
Yeah.
So that's a huge savings for the savvy shopper.
And the quality of merchandise here is, I've noticed, very high. I mean, some of the things that you're going through the racks and you're checking out the shoes, and a lot of this stuff is like brand new.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that's what makes it such a great deal.
Absolutely.
Is you're getting basically brand new, often, mostly designer things at just such an awesome price.
We look
Well,
for better label
sure.
clothing, so we like to have things from the Boston store, Macy's,
Neiman Marcus.
Neiman
Nordstrom's,
Marcus,
yeah.
Saks, and people bring things in with brand new tags on them. So it's
read about
gently
Yeah.
used clothing, but there's also lots of new things too.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that funny when you buy something and then just wind up never wearing it? But
Yeah,
then
you
here it
change
winds
your
up
mind.
here, and
Right.
it winds up a great find for somebody else.
So when someone walks into a store and they buy, in our store, for example, and they find an item that still has the original tag on it, the original tag might say $4.99,
Right.
but we might be selling it for $79. That's a huge savings.
And by $4.99, you mean
$499.
$499.
Right,
Let's
right.
make sure that's
Clarify,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
But we're pretty selective on what we take, so sometimes people bring in a lot of items, but we can't take everything, so we are very selective.
And it's not just clothes.
Right.
We
So many
carry
different
household
things.
items, we carry furniture, there's lots of beautiful Karastan rugs, there's Louis Vuitton purses, there's furs. In the fall and winter we have beautiful furs that come in every year. So there's lots of good deals if you're a good shopper.
It's deceptive. Your store doesn't look nearly as big. Once you come in,
you
it
can't
just
believe
keeps
it.
going. I
Yeah.
was really
That's
amazed.
usually the shock that we get from a lot of
Yeah.
people. The response is, they're shocked when they say, "Oh my God, it just keeps going."
Well, it's like a department store. We have 12,000 square feet here, and we have men's things, we have women's things. We have, again, the home decor and furniture area too, and it used to be the Thomasville Furniture Store, so it's beautifully decorated, and there's just lots to offer.
Jewelry,
There's,
accessories.
there's
Yeah.
something for
Yeah.
everyone. We have customers anywhere from 3 to 4 years old that get little sparkly hair bobs, or we have an 80-year-old lady that's going to her granddaughter or grandson's wedding or an event, and she gets a new dress, she gets some new shoes, she gets some new jewelry, so we can do the one-stop shop here.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, and I know you guys have been in business for a while, and you've even moved. So how long have you guys been here? But then when did you actually start originally?
Well, we've been here 6 years. We started in 2002 across the street in 4,000 square feet, and then 6 years later we moved over here to 12, so we tripled our space, and we really are pretty tight in here. We
It
need
allowed
some
us-
more space.
Yeah. The move allowed us to really just expand the business so much, because before then it was primarily women's things and just a few household items. But once we moved into this space, oh my gosh, we could really go great guns. We could expand the women's section, but then we could also add the men's section. We could add much more formal wear and then all the furniture. So it just turned into a department store.
It really
The one thing that we did do in conscious decision was to serve the clientele that we do have best. We consciously chose not to carry children's clothing. So even though people come in with their kids and their kids can find things, but they're more like accessories that they're finding, because we're not carrying children's.
You need a whole nother store for that.
That's,
you need
that's
to add
another
on,
store,
certainly.
right?
But you do such a great job because you have so many things. You really do a great job of organizing everything. That's what's just so phenomenal to me walking in here. You mentioned that you feel like you need more space, but really, with how much stuff, you have so much amazing stuff in here, and it's all very findable, organized by color, by designer. You know, it's not like your typical consignment shop where, you know, it is very difficult to figure out where things are. It's very, very shoppable. So
I noticed
commend you for that.
the same thing when I came in.
And we have great staff, and they're really focused on helping us maintain, you know, the appearance of the store all the time. And it's all about making it accessible for the shopper, because that's who you're appealing to.
So your inventory comes from people on
Local
consignment,
people.
right?
They travel a lot, so they shop different states, countries, and then, you know, you're excited when you find something, but then when you get home, you're like, oh, why did I buy this? Let me take it over to Pink Poodle, and then they get some money for it.
So are the folks that participate in the consignment, are they also your customers?
Yes, yes, we have upwards of 7,000 customers and consigners right now. We get new consigners every week. We take consignment in on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 11 to 6. People bring their items in and we select what we think we can sell for them, and then they receive half of what the item sells for.
Okay, so you said Tuesdays
and Wednesdays from 11 to 6. We ask that everything comes in on hangers and in really excellent condition.
Fantastic.
It probably becomes like a revolving door almost of you bring things in and then
They
you
find
go
something.
shopping
They do.
and then
They do.
It's like a treasure hunt because you never know what's
Yeah.
coming in. It's like Christmas every day.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
this
the
has
other-
been really interesting to talk with you. Thank you so much, and I learned
Thank
more
you.
about your shop.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can you believe it? That's it.
We're out of time. Thanks for watching Girl Talk.